can beat Night of Thunder in this race?
Yeah, Tullius.
Was it 365 mile at Sandown? It was a great run. Wasn't on as soft a ground as this. He's won on soft before, and he's right back to form. He's got.
It's interesting, Tullius, because I've always had this horse down as head up like this, but that's always been on good ground. It's got plenty of ground form on soft. Had a break before running last time at Newmarket. Might have just needed that run. Remember, it ran Olympic Glory when that horse has got good ground. I think it's important for that horse. It ran second to it that day under conditions.
Olympic Glory won in the soft heavy last year on this ground.
Yeah, only beating Top Notch Tonto by 3 lengths.
That's what I mean. The Olympic, I'm pretty sure that horse was a good ground horse. Every time, apart from that race, Pete, on soft ground, it got turned over.
Yeah.
I think it was probably a weak renewal last year that won. But by the by, on its best form, which I think Olympic Glory was at Newbury in that Lockins, finished second that day. And as you just alluded to there, that race at Sandown, Monty Ridge, Jimmy Fortune was like this. Someone looked between his arms. He was going ever so easy.
There's two horses I think you can discount in this race. One is Integral. On the basis of the ground, I know it was the winner of the Falmouth at Newmarket.
But they'd withdraw it, wouldn't they, Pete?
Well, not necessarily. I mean, the value's there. Obviously, from a trainer point of view, Michael Stout wants to keep the horse in there. And Integral's been a fantastic horse, but it's turned over very heavy ground in France, odds on. I can't see it. I mean, if it's soft stroke heavy, I can't see that horse winning. And Captain Cat, I mean, my connections paid 70 grand to put this horse in.
idea.
I've got no idea. It was pulled out of the Lincoln because of the soft ground.
Yeah, exactly.
So, I mean, Captain Cat, and also with a nice little strappy noseband and the head going up in this ground.
I mean, going back to, Night of Thunder, why is it you fancy this horse so strong, Pete?
Go back to Doncaster, Goodwood last year. I mean, Goodwood won by 6 lengths. Doncaster won by 3 lengths. It's this is a Group 1 race. Night of Thunder is a Group 1 winner. But don't forget, it beat Australia and it beat Kingman. There was no fluke about that. It drifted from one course to the one side of the course to the other. Forget about the Eclipse form. Forget about that. I mean, horses did not run on that day. Kingston Hill did not run on that day.
He's already had 2 or more.
Yeah, absolutely. Mukadram won that race, didn't he? And the ground there was quite firm. Night of Thunder. I mean, and also, look, they could have gone Toronado this race. They've taken the Breeders' Cup. Got Tormore in this race, who's got absolutely no chance either. Richard Hughes will win this race.
Toronado's gone somewhere else because they know it won't handle the ground. Toronado definitely wants it quick, so I think that's
why he's gone Breeders' Cup.
Breeders' Cup for that. Night of Thunder for me, yes, it did produce the Guineas run. And I think what's really important for this horse, they're going to need a real fast mile for this horse. I don't think it wants to be into a crawl. I don't see much pace in this race.
A custom cut will make the pace.
Yeah, straight.
Can we have a word on? Sorry to butt in, but can we have a word on Kingsbarns?
Not a chance.
Because
no.
Do you just think gone wrong and can't come back? Because it was so well thought of in the yard, and the day it went wrong, I can't remember. Was it the Curragh where it went wrong that day? And
Finish at the back.
Oh. But you don't.
I watched the race in Ireland. The King's Barnes come second. I can't remember the name of the horse that beat it, but I mean, King's Barnes was trying to win, and the jockey, they're both run by O'Brien, and I think the other one wasn't even hit and beat King's Barnes. I can't have it. Although last year it did run third, didn't it?
You've got to mention Top Notch Tonto, so he won't win, but he'll love the ground. And at 10-1, I thought he'd be shorter.
He ran well last time, to be honest.
He finished second at last year, although beating.
I mean, Tullius thrashed it in that Sandown race.
Oh yeah, he did. But
thrashed it, he did.
But the ground wasn't exactly what Top Notch Tonto would want.
I think he'll probably finish. I can see that being a bit like Humanita in terms of each way value.
And you don't think that Custom Cut can go another one better? Because it surprised, I don't know whether it surprised you, surprised me last time to make it. Was it 5 in a row or 4 in a row?
5 in a row.
5 in a row to make it 6 would be huge.
One handicap marker, I think beating off a handicap mark of 73.
You get that with a lot of horses. I mean, look at Top Notch Tonto. He was in marks at the high 70s, wasn't he? And then he's come up right through. You can't rule him out on a 6 time.
We definitely there's the pace angle in the race is Custom Cut, I think.
I mean, Custom Cut, I backed him last time when he won at Newmarket, so I thought that he was a bit better than his rating, but for me, he's got £10 to find.
£10 to find.
You're probably right.
And have you got £10 to find in the back pocket? Put it on Night of Thunder.
Who has he got that £10 to find up against? Who's your top rated, Matt?
Top rated here would be Knight. It would be Charm. I've got Charm Spirit 126, Night of Thunder 123 in the race. So that's the ceiling. But I do think that Tullius on this ground is very important. If you watch it, it just floats across the ground. I think it's really real different. When this horse is right, and I think they will do. I think they had a look last time at Newmarket after having a break for 2 months. I think they'll have this year coming pretty fresh and ground it like, so I expect it to run a massive race.
Okay, Tullius then, Matt, yeah?
Yeah.
Pete?
Night of Thunder without a shadow of a doubt. Tullius again, you're going each way doubles today, aren't you? Because Tullius should be placed, but Night of Thunder without a shadow of doubt, best bet of Ascot today.
Best bet of Ascot of probably the whole day then, unless you've got any others from across the card we'll talk about in a minute. And Scott?
Charm Spirit at 3-1. It's worth taking a chance that he'll like the ground, and if that slips up, Tullius will beat Night of Thunder as well.
I can't have Charm Spirit either. I'm with you on Night of Thunder.
What is it about Charm Spirit that you don't like?
Well, I think it's been on the go as well for quite a long time now. It's coming into its 6th race. Obviously, it goes in heavy ground, but the form with Night of Thunder in behind was 7 furlongs. When it steps up to the mile on this ground today, I think there's going to be a bit more of a test on with the likes of Top Notch Tonto, Custom Cut making the running. It's going to be a harder race for Charm Spirit today, no doubt. Last race on the card.